Your hands up or you're gonna get taser shot. Come out. Come out. Come out.
Ai, tô morto! Tô morto, papai! Cadê? Sai!
This footage captures a solemn conversation between a police officer and a man who has made a grave mistake that can never be undone. On New Year's Eve, an impaired driver in Canadian County, Oklahoma, caused the deaths of 2 innocent drivers while speeding over 100 miles per hour.
But I checked you going 116 the other way, and I turned around and I was trying to catch you. That's going to weigh on me that I didn't catch you before it happened. Yeah.
Craig Maker has been charged with 2 serious felonies, potentially facing life in prison. Records show that this is his 5th DUI arrest. He has not been sentenced yet and shows apparent remorse in the video. It's a tragic reminder of the consequences of impaired driving. Pasco County Sheriff's deputies were searching a house for Jason Taylor, wanted on a felony warrant for a probation violation tied to a weapon-related robbery. Everything seemed normal until one officer noticed Taylor's wife acting suspiciously near the master bedroom.
Was he that or what? His friend?
To their surprise, Taylor was discovered hiding in a cleverly modified drawer. The surreal moment, caught on the officer's body camera, showed Taylor emerging from his hiding spot like a scene from a magic show.
Your hands up or you're gonna get taser shot. Come out. Come out. Come out. Come out. Get out. Get on the ground.
He was arrested and held on a $50,000 bond. The Lincoln County Sheriff's Office recorded this chilling dashcam footage on January 9, 2016, as Deputy Jeremy Gortney drove down U.S. Route 101 in Newport, Oregon. Out of nowhere, he spotted a toddler running down the highway. The officer quickly stopped, exited the car, and brought the child to safety. The child's family had lost sight of them for a brief moment while cleaning up, which allowed the toddler to slip outside. They were searching for the child when the police arrived. The incident was thoroughly investigated, but no charges were filed. In 2021, fentanyl, which is 50 times more potent than heroin, became a significant contributor to the opioid epidemic.
It's the powder.
Fentanyl, it tested positive for fentanyl. That stuff's no joke, dude. It's super dangerous.
This video, recorded from the body camera of Officer Scott Crane, shows him training Deputy David Fiovi during an arrest. While testing bags of fentanyl and methamphetamine, Deputy Fiovi accidentally came into close contact with the substances. Although secondhand exposure typically doesn't cause an overdose, it's believed that he collapsed due to accidental ingestion.
Oh, no. Don't be sorry. You're okay. Don't be sorry. There's nothing to be sorry about. I got you, okay? I'm not gonna let you.
Crane quickly administered naloxone, a substance used to reverse opioid overdoses, and fortunately, Deputy Fiovi survived. In May 2009, a police patrol car in Lumpkin County, Georgia, noticed something unusual on a dark highway at night. While the officers were chatting, they spotted something walking on the side of the road. It was hard to see at first, but a dark bipedal figure can run alongside the road after brightening the image and slowing it down. The figure takes a few steps before disappearing from view. The officers' conversation reveals their alarm as they were unsure about what they had just witnessed.
Whoa, what the heck?
What
What was that?
Did you see that?
Yes.
Holy.
Over the years, many theories have emerged about this sighting, with the most popular being that it's a glimpse of Bigfoot. Supporters of this idea point out that the figure runs on 2 legs, and its dark appearance could suggest thick fur. Others argue that the footage is too dark and grainy to be sure, and think it might just be kids playing a prank. What do you think about this classic sighting? Could it really be Bigfoot, or is there a simpler explanation? Share your thoughts in the comments below. This video was recorded by a young driver on his way home one evening. Initially, everything seemed normal. Familiar with the route, he claimed to have never experienced anything unusual. Suddenly, a person appeared in the middle of the road. A shocking and unsettling sight. The driver saw the figure too late and tried to brake. He claimed the car seemed to pass through the individual without causing harm, leaving him convinced he had encountered a ghost. After stopping the vehicle, he got out to look for the figure, but found no trace. To add to the eerie nature of the incident, the surroundings momentarily darkened as though an impact had occurred. The event remains unexplained and mysterious. When he makes a shocking discovery, Officer Adam Brunswick is the only one patrolling Spooner, Wisconsin. A child in a yellow shopping cart is speeding out of the Dollar General store parking lot, heading straight into traffic. Realizing there's no way to stop the cart before it reaches the road, Officer Brunswick quickly activates his emergency lights and parks in the middle of the busy highway to stop traffic. Without hesitation, he rushes out of his car and grabs the child before anything can happen. Later, the mother explains that the shopping cart with her infant inside slipped away independently while loading another child into the car. In tears, she struggles to properly thank the officer for saving her child's life. The video, captured by a truck driver's dash cam late at night in Georgia, shows a mysterious figure. An entirely white woman is seen standing by the side of the road, and as the truck approaches, she walks directly into the path of the vehicle, seemingly colliding with it. The clip ends abruptly, and the description adds to the mystery. Fearing he had hit someone, the driver pulled over but found no sign of a body. Concerned, he called the police for clarification, only to be told that his situation wasn't unique. Many other drivers had reported similar incidents at the same spot, claiming to have hit the same ghostly woman, yet no one ever found a body. This unsettling pattern has left both the truck driver and the police puzzled, raising questions about the woman's origins and why she keeps reenacting her ghostly encounter at that particular location. On March 21, 2023, in Allen County, Indiana, a deputy was on duty when he had to stop in his tracks, witnessing the sheer power of nature. A strong EF2 tornado, with winds reaching 135 miles per hour, suddenly formed before him. Swerving his car to escape, the deputy made it out safely. In December 2017, just a week before Christmas, a man was impersonating a police officer, pulling over multiple innocent citizens. He had fake lights on his car and even used a dash cam to their hands were restrained. They were entirely at the mercy of a stranger.
I'll look at it, thanks. 1629.
Tucson, Arizona, police have never disclosed what happened to the individual after unharmed. On May 20th, 2013, the city of Moore, Oklahoma, was hit by a devastating tornado that lasted nearly 40 minutes. The tragedy claimed 24 lives and caused an estimated $2 billion in damage. Greg Norman, the police chief of neighboring Newcastle, captured this footage on his dash cam, showing the tornado gaining strength as it approached Moore. The footage starts calmly, but as the storm intensifies, chaos ensues. At one point, the winds are so intense, it appears Norman's car might be lifted off the ground, making the eventual destruction caused by the tornado all the more chilling. Late at night, a New Jersey police officer conducts a routine traffic stop on a dimly lit road. As he walks back to his car to check the license, something catches his eye, and he reacts swiftly. The officer rolled away from an approaching vehicle just in time to avoid being struck.
Copy.
It's remarkable how quickly he responded despite carrying heavy equipment, though his adrenaline likely kicked in before he fully grasped the situation. Kudos to the officer for his quick reflexes. Hopefully, the city will add streetlights soon to improve visibility. This dashcam footage, recorded by a police car on March 22, 2023 in Cobb County, shows law enforcement tracking a murder suspect for an extended period before locating his vehicle, a red cruiser. The police initiated a pursuit with the suspect's car weaving quickly through traffic. Eventually, the suspect's vehicle stopped, but in a desperate attempt to escape, he restarted the car and tried to flee again. As the pursuit neared its end, the situation took a serious turn when the suspect's car collided head-on with the police cruiser, causing both vehicles to lose control. Despite the chaos, the officers remained resolute and successfully apprehended the suspect. After ordering him out of the vehicle, they attempted to arrest him, and the suspect ultimately surrendered and was taken into custody. On a Thursday morning, 3 kids set out to explore the Sam Houston National Forest. As the day went on, their adventure took an unexpected turn, and they found themselves lost in the dense foliage.
I'm the police. Are y'all ready to get out of the woods? Come on, buddy. Let's get out of here. You got cheeseburgers in?
Fortunately, Sergeant Smith, with years of experience, searched the forest trails and eventually located the children, bringing a sense of relief as he rescued them.
Yep. Just follow that little opening. Let's pick up the jacket, buddy. Don't get too far ahead, okay? I don't want to lose you again.
With the kids safe, the group exited the forest, reuniting with their families. The parents' emotions were a mix of joy and relief, grateful for the safe return of their adventurous children. This strange clip from Japan shows what some are calling a teleportation caught on camera. The footage focuses on the side of an approaching black van, with viewers speculating about what happens next. Some suggest that the man in the clip jumps from a bridge above, while others believe he might have jumped out of the car window. A few viewers argue that the entire video has been visually manipulated. This isn't the first time a teleportation hoax has surfaced from Asia, sparking debates online. What's your take? Do you think this is real teleportation, or is it just another fake video? Late at night on Monday, May 30th, 2016, a Milwaukee police officer transporting an inmate noticed a car speeding and swerving dangerously. The driver, Kristen, was pulled over and subjected to a breathalyzer test due to his erratic behavior. After driving across lanes and even scaling a highway wall, Kristen was eventually tasered and arrested. This marked his 6th DUI offense, potentially leading to over 12 years in prison. This footage shows a routine traffic stop by deputies in Oconee County, Georgia, but it reveals a shocking twist.
What's your last name?
Sakim.
Sakim, okay. Alright, I'm gonna have you go and step out the vehicle for me.
The driver, who gave the name Ray Sekum, was pulled over for driving with a suspended license. After his arrest and fingerprinting, police made a chilling discovery.
Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to place you into custody today, okay? You're gonna have to go down to jail.
Oh no.
You gotta get booked in, they're gonna take your fingerprints.
They put me under arrest right now. I don't know.
The fingerprints matched those of Muhammad Bilal El Amin, a man who had been wanted for nearly 30 years. El Amin was involved in a 1994 incident that left an 18-year-old fatally injured and had been evading the police ever since. He was also charged with fleeing prosecution. After nearly 3 decades, the law finally caught up with him, and it was all captured on camera. El Amin, who had been on the FBI's most wanted list, is now in jail facing murder charges. In Tempe, Arizona, a police officer chased down a man suspected of a nearby home theft. The pursuit became an intense parkour showdown as the officer and the suspect navigated walls and obstacles. With help from neighbors identifying the suspect and the suspect wearing the victim's clothes, the officer quickly sprang into action. To everyone's relief, the burglar was caught just before attempting to scale another wall. Melvin Porter kidnapped his ex-girlfriend and drove her down the East X freeway in Texas. When they stopped at a gas station, the woman asked to use the restroom, allowing police officers to arrive. As Porter allegedly reached for a weapon, officers opened fire, sparking a violent exchange.
Come here.
During the chaos, one of the officers managed to get the woman's attention and escort her to safety.
You're okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Though shaken, she was unharmed. Porter lost his life in the exchange. In 2014, footage from the New Jersey Turnpike was uploaded to the YouTube channel Ivan Tuktin.
Oh, what the dude? What the?
What's going on? Can I help you with something?
The video shows a motorist driving down the I-78 near the Bayonne exit when encountering a makeshift roadblock. A hooded man approaches the vehicle, while a second man hides behind a parked car to the right. The driver quickly speeds off as the man on the road reaches into his pocket.
Can I help you with something?
Yes.
It's unclear what the man was after, but it didn't seem like anything good. When the clip was uploaded to YouTube, it quickly went viral, leaving viewers unsettled by the eerie events captured on the dashcam. One commenter shared a similar experience, saying they had driven on a nearby road around 2 a.m. the previous week. They encountered 2 traffic cones blocking the road and were approached by a strange man, but managed to speed away unharmed. Reports later confirmed that the 2 men seen in the footage were arrested. One was already wanted by the police, and the other, who had been hiding, was found to be intoxicated. Thankfully, no one was hurt, although it's easy to see how the situation could have taken a dangerous turn. This footage shows police holding the suspect down, applying pressure to his back, and handcuffing him.
What's your first name?
As they search his pockets, they find 3 concealed knives. However, the real shock comes from the story behind the arrest. The man, Khalid Ali, is a bomb maker and a would-be terrorist.
Another knife? No, I was just getting out. Third knife.
Ali was arrested after a thorough counterterrorism operation, where it was discovered he had been planning an attack on the English police and government.
Okay, so how many times have you pressed the button to cause an explosion?
Probably more than 300 times.
He was later sentenced to 3 life terms for the plot and for manufacturing Taliban bombs. A deputy in Pinellas County, Florida, was stationed in the median, monitoring for speeders, when an aircraft suddenly flew dangerously close overhead. The plane swayed unsteadily, clearly indicating that the pilot had ground. The 2 officers quickly arrived at the scene and found a path of fallen trees and twisted metal scattered across the road. They immediately secured the area and called for emergency medical services. It was later revealed that the aircraft belonged to Roy Halliday, a Major League Baseball player. An autopsy confirmed the presence of multiple intoxicants in his system at the time of the crash. Community amid the unpredictable disaster. Watch this intense dashcam footage of a high-speed chase in North Manchester. The driver, Kushner, skillfully maneuvers through the streets behind a stolen Audi, leaving police in BMW X5S struggling to keep up. Speeds exceed 70 miles per hour on roads designed for slower traffic, turning the pursuit into a thrilling, unpredictable ride. As the chase intensifies, Kushner weaves through traffic with daring moves, keeping everyone on edge. Just when it seems the chaos reaches its peak, the stolen Audi crashes into a tree and railings, severely damaging the vehicle. However, in a surprising twist, Kushner emerges from the wreckage unscathed, leaving everyone stunned. In Dagestan, Russia, a man driving along the road notices what initially seems like a deadly storm on the horizon. However, as he draws closer, he realizes it's something far stranger, a massive swarm of locusts. The insects are so dense that they nearly block out the sky, and the man's dash cam captures the unusual sight as the swarm moves across the land. This locust infestation, over 270,000 square miles, mirrors the plagues in ancient religious texts. Locusts are known for their ability to consume their body weight in food each day, stripping crops and vegetation, which results in famine and destruction. A swarm of this magnitude can drink as much daily as thousands of people, leaving behind only barren land. In Clinton Township, Michigan, a police dashcam captured a dramatic pursuit involving a stolen ambulance, and the driver's identity was genuinely unexpected.
Great, man.
Driver, stop the ambulance! Stop the ambulance!
The MedStar ambulance weaved dangerously through traffic as officers used megaphones to command it to stop. Despite their efforts, the driver remained undeterred. The Macomb County Sheriff's Office joined the chase, and even a courageous civilian attempted to intervene. However, the vehicle only stopped after crashing into a tree and 2 deputies' cars. Inside the ambulance were 2 MedStar employees and the driver, 42-year-old psychiatric patient Gunnar Alsson, who had hijacked the vehicle. Remarkably, no serious injuries were reported. Alsson was promptly arrested and later prosecuted for the reckless incident. Concerned guests called the police to check on a man who appeared to be under the influence outside a popular food joint. When officers arrived, they found the man sleeping inside his red truck, unresponsive to their attempts to wake him.
Shut the car off.
Fortunately, his window was open, allowing the police to unlock the door from the inside. Upon waking, the man quickly shifted from confusion to belligerent behavior, even attempting to drive off.
Put the car in park.
However, the police managed to de-escalate the situation and safely remove him from the vehicle. Once outside, the visibly intoxicated man complied with the police's instructions. The case of Christopher Lee Watts gained widespread attention. On August 13, 2018, Watts ended the life of his pregnant wife and 2 boys, disposing of their bodies at an oil site. Later that day, police responded to a missing persons report and visited Watts at the family home.
So, we've been together 8 years, married 6 this year.
Okay. And this is very unusual behavior.
Kids need medication too, and apparently she didn't take their medication.
The interactions, captured on police body cameras, are chilling.
So like when she got back from the airport last night, usually like she just dumps it in the bed. Like most of the time when she does that, she'll want to wash the sheets the next day to get the airport off of them since she just came off the airport. Okay. That's the only thing I can think of.
Watts fabricates numerous lies as the police question him and search the house, maintaining a suspiciously calm demeanor throughout.
Have you tried to contact any of them?
Oh yeah, we've exhausted every option. The last thing I'm going to do is hospitals.
Does she have any other friends in this neighborhood?
No, I mean, we haven't talked to many people around here, honestly.
He eventually confessed to the murders and was arrested, later pleading guilty to the homicides, receiving 5 life sentences. This eerie dashcam footage captured by a motorist shows a car blocking oncoming traffic with a masked man standing still in the middle of the highway. The man approaches the car and then seems to growl. As the screeching of tires fills the air, the motorist speeds away. The dashcam owner later stated they had no idea what the masked man wanted, unsure if he intended to rob, harm, or hijack the car. The man was never identified, and his motives remain a mystery. In Norwood, Massachusetts, Ryan Brown was fleeing from police after being caught with illegal substances. The chase lasted only a few minutes before something life-threatening happened. Driving at speeds of up to 80 miles per hour, Brown collided with the back of another car. Although police were ready to arrest him, he quickly backed away and escaped. The pursuit resumed, but things took a drastic turn. Around 2:30 a.m., Brown crashed into a pole. Officers approached his vehicle, expecting to arrest him, but instead, they found Brown injured and unconscious, just moments away from a potential car fire. He was rushed to Cincinnati Medical Center for surgery.
That's good, man. You know I did. I'm just trying to get her home, man. You know that. Oh, for sure. Can I just, like, pay this ticket or whatever?
I also got a warrant out for your arrest. I got to figure out what that's for.
For what?
Not sure. I don't.
Later, he faced multiple charges, including possession of illegal substances, OVI, DUI, failure to comply, and driving with a suspended license. Crosby, 21, and Simpson, 30, were involved in large-scale illicit substance trafficking, and police used a common technique to prevent their escape, changing their situation significantly. Florida Highway Patrol troopers initiated a high-speed chase on Interstate 95 in Brevard County to apprehend the wanted criminals, who were carrying illegal substances and forged IDs. Despite being pursued by 2 police vehicles, Crosby and Simpson resisted. However, officers had a strategic plan. After a brief maneuver, one officer executed a pit maneuver, causing Crosby's car to lose control and come to a stop. This led to their arrest and eventual convictions for multiple crimes. In a shocking incident, a man in Florida was arrested for inappropriate behavior in public.
Well, told him. This was years ago, a couple of years ago, but yeah.
His actions, which upset many, happened while he was under the influence. When questioned, the man said he was just playing with himself and didn't think it was a big deal. Police quickly arrived at the scene.
Head out.
First name, Alexander.
You don't have to talk anymore if you don't want to.
James. Last name.
I don't care. I ain't got nothing.
India.
Incidents like this disturb public decency and highlight the need to keep communities safe and respectful. Indiana State Representative Jim Lucas has been sentenced after being arrested in May for leaving the scene of a drunk driving accident.
Just out for a walk? Okay. You didn't see a van go by with no tires on it?
No van.
Lucas initially claimed he swerved to avoid a deer, but it was found that he had hit 2 guardrails and driven the wrong way on an exit ramp. His truck was heavily damaged and had only 1 working tire.
Ooh, Spyderco.
Oh, that's a nice one.
A man of taste.
I know, I like it. I can wear Spyderco.
He pleaded guilty to charges of drunk driving, OWI, and leaving the scene of the accident. Lucas was sentenced to 60 days for OWI and 180 days for leaving the scene, but both sentences were suspended. In La Crosse, Wisconsin, a police officer was alerted to a man who ran through a red light with his head resting on the steering wheel. He wasn't sleeping, but seemed to be hiding something troublesome.
That tin foil there on your seat there for. Yep. You can just put that.
On the night of April 7th, 2021, La Crosse officers were dispatched to conduct a welfare check on a man driving recklessly. When the officer approached the car, he noticed the man's pupils were tiny, and he was acting erratically, giving nonsensical answers. The officers quickly realized what was going on. After opening the car door, they found several folded pieces of tin foil containing an illegal substance. The man was arrested and taken into custody at the local police station. A tragic event in Blendon Township, Ohio, deeply affected the community after police released body cam footage showing the fatal incident involving 21-year-old pregnant woman Takaya Young. The event occurred on August 24th outside a Kroger grocery store, where officers approached Takaya's car regarding an alleged shoplifting. The officers tried to communicate with her while she remained seated in her vehicle. One officer stood in front of her car, and when she appeared to drive toward him, he used his weapon against her. The video shows a tense exchange lasting about a minute, with the officer at her door repeatedly asking her to exit the vehicle. Takaya responds, "For what?" and firmly states, "I'm not going to do that." Meanwhile, the other officer positioned in front of her car holds one hand on the hood and a weapon in the other. Just moments before the weapon was discharged, the officer quickly stepped out of the vehicle's path as the sound of the firing echoed. Afterward, officers broke her car window as it rolled into a nearby brick wall. Despite efforts to provide medical aid, Takaya and her unborn tragically did not survive. Blendon Police Chief John Belford expressed his condolences to her grieving family. The two officers involved, whose names have not been disclosed, were initially in the parking lot for an unrelated matter. They were placed on administrative leave, with the officer who broke the car window returning to duty while the one who used the weapon remained on leave. The footage was shared with Takaya's family before being made public, and they described the incident as a preventable act of violence. In response, the Blendon Township Police Department has asked the Ohio Attorney General's Bureau of Criminal Investigation to look into the matter. During a routine safety inspection in Gallup, New Mexico, everything seemed normal until an officer began reviewing the inventory. On the morning of July 3rd, 2020, the New Mexico State Police conducted a check on a 2014 Freightliner commercial truck. The driver, sitting in the back, appeared distracted by his phone.
Got a couple extra boxes that are not on the bills.
However, the officer noticed some additional boxes that weren't accounted for, and it soon became clear they had been deliberately hidden. Upon searching the vehicle, officers discovered 495 vacuum-sealed packages of an illegal substance concealed inside 20 Home Depot boxes in the trailer. The driver and co-driver were both arrested for possession of nearly 600 pounds of the narcotic. Sergeant Matthew Gajewski from the Union Beach Police Department came across a car with a flat tire near Morningside Avenue during his patrol. The driver, 45-year-old Justine Meadow, had slurred speech and smelled of alcohol. She denied drinking but refused to hand over her license, registration, and insurance. During a walk-and-turn test, she struggled to walk straight and couldn't count her steps properly, showing clear signs of being under the influence. Sergeant Gajewski arrested her for DUI. Even though she protested multiple times, a breath test showed her BAC was 0.332 over 4 times the legal limit.
Don't do that, okay? Don't make this hard.
After being processed, she was released to a responsible person with a warning about potential liability and is awaiting a court date. Police officers received a strange and unsettling call about an unknown creature stalking the area. The report described the beast as 8 feet tall and walking on 5 legs.
I'm sure of what kind of animal it is, but it's 8 or 9 feet tall.
His character's name is Sai.
Okay.
And it's based on your psychological image of what fear is. So that's nothing specific, just your imagination. That's why you probably got a lot of different descriptions.
As the officers headed out to investigate, they likely wondered what they would encounter.
You have so many calls.
My bad. I did not mean to cause a disturbance.
No. You're fine. You're fine. It's
unusual.
It's very unusual.
Fortunately, it was just a man in an elaborate Halloween costume. The relieved officers joked about the situation and even took photos as a souvenir. 2 officers are seen pursuing a speeding car, with the vehicle swerving across the road as the officers ordered the driver to stop and exit the vehicle. However, they find it empty upon reaching the car, with no one behind the wheel. The vehicle is locked, leaving the officers baffled. As the situation unfolds, the car vanishes, only to reappear at a nearby bank. To the officers' astonishment, the car is still empty, with neither the driver nor the passenger in sight. The vehicle remains locked, adding to the mystery. Was the driver hiding cleverly, or is something else at play here? On November 22nd, 2 policemen were called to check a house after the owner suspected a break-in. The house, used as an Airbnb, wasn't rented out that night. The incident was recorded on the body cameras they wore. Upon arrival, the owner explained that she had gone shopping and returned to find the door open. She suspected a break-in, mentioning that her family was out of town. With permission, the officers entered the house to search. They asked about pets, and the owner confirmed there were none. The officers called out and split up to search, one checking downstairs and the other upstairs. They confirmed that each floor was clear. However, they noticed something strange. All the closets were empty, as the owner had intentionally cleared them to prevent theft. The officers didn't turn on the lights, a typical safety precaution. As they continued, the doors seemed to open themselves, and one officer upstairs heard footsteps behind him. This eerie series of events left the officers and viewers wondering if a paranormal explanation existed. A patrolling officer in the area reportedly captured an intriguing scene that led him to investigate a particular house. The reason for his closer inspection, however, remains unclear. In the recording, the officer expresses unease about the house, noting that it gives off creepy vibes.
This place definitely gives out some.
He observes shadows walking by and wonders if it could result from unusual editing or a shadow person's presence. The officer is also still determining the source of the creepy laughter captured in the footage, leaving the situation shrouded in mystery. This footage was recorded by a night guard who believes he experienced something unusual while patrolling an office building. He called his coworkers, his voice filled with urgency, to share his uneasy feelings and ask if they noticed anything strange. The guard claimed he saw a shadowy figure moving in a 4th-floor window, its movements odd and hard to explain in the darkness.
Yeah, it's still there.
Okay. What's happening with the lights? Because I'm literally
the lights are.
Hallway, and I can't see, like, I literally see nothing.
He noticed small shifts in the shadows before the figure vanished completely, leaving him confused. Its sudden disappearance added to the mystery, making the guard even more convinced it was something supernatural. Later, he questioned if it could have been a trick of the light or if he had really encountered something paranormal. His strong belief in a ghostly explanation made viewers think twice about what they saw in the footage. This video, allegedly captured by a police officer's dash cam during a routine patrol, begins as a typical night shift. However, the officer's attention is suddenly drawn to something unusual on the road. He trusts his instincts and drives through the anomaly, sensing something is amiss. A mist-like apparition is visible upon reviewing the footage, seemingly passing right through the police cruiser. The form appears vaguely humanoid, adding to the eerie nature of the encounter. The officer quickly turns around, only for the apparition to reappear on the right side of the screen, further intensifying the mystery. The unexplained nature of the figure captured on camera raises questions about what might genuinely lurk in the shadows of night. There have been many reports of ghostly figures on roads, but what about ghost cars? A police dash cam in Garden City, Georgia, captured footage of an officer in a high-speed chase with a white car. The chase took a strange turn when the car abruptly U-turned, sped past the cruiser, and seemingly vanished. Later, the car reappeared, only to appear to drive straight through a chain-link fence. Strangely, the wall remained intact, leaving officers puzzled. While some call it the ghost car, an online user claiming to be a Garden City cop said the driver was eventually caught and possibly charged with a DUI. Still, the mystery of the intact fence and vanishing car remains unsolved. On May 10, 2018, Sergeant Anthony Menino faced a tense and potentially tragic situation. Dashcam footage captured him positioning his vehicle between a toddler and fast-moving traffic. Before his arrival, the boy had been dangerously darting between lanes, narrowly avoiding large trucks and speeding cars. Initially mistaking the toddler for a stray dog, Menino quickly realized the danger and acted without hesitation. He rushed out of his car, risking his safety to rescue the boy near the busy Route 59 traffic. The incident raises the unsettling question of the boy's supervision. Fortunately, the boy's mother arrived a few minutes later, visibly distressed. It was later determined that the family lived just 2 blocks away, and the boy had slipped away briefly in inattention. Sergeant Menino's quick thinking and decisive action likely prevented a devastating outcome. On September 16, 2022, deep in the shadowy woods, a group of Army soldiers encountered an encounter they never thought possible. They had ventured into a remote part of the forest, believed to be the site of a UFO crash. What they discovered there, however, was far more terrifying than they could have As they got closer, a cold shiver ran through them. A pale, tall figure appeared before them, thin with a huge head and glowing eyes that cut through the darkness. The eyes were black, emitting a strange light in the dim environment. Was this an alien? Had they encountered an extraterrestrial being?
Southeast approved, 6 Papa 3K.
The soldiers froze as the figure turned to face them, emitting a low, disturbing sound. They couldn't shake the feeling that this was just the start of something even more frightening. This wasn't just a ghost from their stories. It was something far darker, beyond their worst fears. Who could have predicted that a simple trip would turn into such a horrifying experience? On the night of September 20th, 2024, it began as a routine bike patrol for the officers. Everything seemed ordinary, but then something inexplicable occurred. One of the officers suddenly froze, his eyes wide and empty. Slowly, he raised his hand and pointed toward a dark alley. His strange behavior puzzled his colleagues, but soon they understood.
Concorda com ela? Já que ela não vai salvar os filhos delas, vocês vão ser levados junto com os filhos dela.
The camera followed the direction of his finger, revealing a dark figure moving toward them at an incredible speed, faster than they could process. It didn't walk or run. It surged toward them, its shape warping unnaturally in the shadows. Panic set in as they realized they needed to escape.
Que brincadeira? Martin, o que você tá falando, velho?
But when they looked back, a worse sight awaited them. The officer who had pointed was no longer running. He stood still as though absorbed into the darkness itself. He was possessed. Whatever had taken control of him was beyond their ability to stop, and all they could do was flee, hoping the entity wouldn't come for them next.
Corre! Sai daqui, velho! Vai! Tá vindo! Vai! Vai! Vai, velho! Vamos! Cadê? Vai!
Was it a supernatural being or a restless spirit lost at night? As the terrifying scene unfolded, one thing became clear. The boundary between the living and the paranormal is more fragile than we realize. Considered one of the most haunted places in America, the Gettysburg Civil War battlefield in Pennsylvania carries a chilling reputation. This historic site, where thousands perished during the Civil War in 1863, is said to be inhabited by the spirits of fallen soldiers. Many report seeing ghostly figures while driving through the area at night. If you're not paying close attention, you might miss something unusual in the blink of an eye. Visitors often describe a haunting feeling when standing on the grounds where so many lives were lost. With approximately 51,000 soldiers killed, the overwhelming sense of tragedy is unmistakable. One afternoon, a police officer in Newcastle, Oklahoma, is patrolling the highway when he senses an unsettling stillness in the air. Everything goes eerily quiet, with no birds singing and no breeze. As the sky darkens and the clouds swirl, the officer realizes a tornado is forming. He is soon forced to drive in reverse as the tornado approaches, destroying a building to his right. Reports of downed power lines and flying debris flood his radio as the tornado tears through the town. The officer can only follow behind, doing his best to assist survivors. By the time the storm passes, dozens of lives have been lost. In 2022, something unusual occurred in Cincinnati and parts of Indiana as people reported sightings of zombie deer. However, these creatures were not Halloween-type zombies, but deer affected by a specific condition. These so-called zombie deer were seen in places like Coleraine Township in Hamilton County, Cincinnati, and parts of Indiana. Coleraine Township police officers encountered one on Blue Rock Road. The deer appeared disoriented, standing still and unresponsive to the sirens and the officers' commands. Even more puzzling, the deer had patches of fur with discolored skin. According to a warden from the Ohio Department of Natural Resources, there was an increase in these deer on Cincinnati's west side. The condition was identified as epizootic hemorrhagic disease, EHD, a relatively common disease among deer, also reported in Indiana. Joe Carter, a state research biologist, explained that EHD outbreaks occur in Indiana every 5 to 7 years, with the last significant one happening in 2019. Some counties, such as Franklin and Dearborn, might see more cases a few years after these outbreaks. Strangely, these outbreaks have become more frequent, even in states where EHD was once rare. While the zombie deer sightings of 2022 may sound alarming, they were simply a result of a recurring, natural condition affecting the local deer population. On April 8, 2021, police officers in Whitehall, Ohio, about 6 miles from Columbus, responded to a report of a man allegedly impersonating a police officer during a traffic stop. At the scene, they found 26-year-old Casey Donovan Williams asleep in what looked like a Whitehall police cruiser. When questioned, he claimed to be an off-duty officer working a particular duty assignment. Initially, the officers believed him, but upon learning there was no such assignment, they returned to uncover the truth. The interaction was recorded on their body cameras.
But you have no ID from them,
No,
all right?
no.
And have you ever been sworn in by them?
I've talked to the chief.
No. I'm asking you a direct question. Have you been sworn in by
It's
them?
very important you answer this correctly, because being a former police officer or someday a current police officer, you know if you lie in this situation, you go directly to jail.
No, I'm not.
So I'm going to put that right
listen,
out.
I'm not.
So
trying,
if
I'm
you
not,
are telling me you are a police officer right now, is that what you're telling me?
No.
So you are not a commissioned police officer.
I have spoke with the chief.
That's not what I'm asking you.
Okay.
I'm asking you one question. Are you a commissioned police officer through the state of Ohio?
I have an OPUDA certificate.
That's not what I'm asking.
That's not what we're asking you.
I'm explaining to you.
No, you're not. You're not answering the question. You're avoiding the question. It's very simple. Are you a sworn police officer anywhere in the state of Ohio with any department?
Not currently.
Faced with pressure from the officers, Casey admitted he wasn't a commissioned police officer. When they cautioned him that lying could result in jail time, he tried to avoid the consequences by calling one of the officers he claimed had given him the assignment.
Okay. 1 second. Would you be willing to speak to the supervisor from the company?
From
Watchman.
From Watchman?
Yes.
Is he an actual police officer?
You are an actual police officer, correct? Okay. Yes, he is. Where are you commissioned at?
It doesn't matter. He's not here doing anything.
Yeah.
I don't care if he's the superintendent of the state highway patrol. That's irrelevant to the situation.
Despite offering a series of elaborate excuses to justify his actions, the officers suspected there was more to Casey's story. After claiming he was just trying to earn extra money by allegedly working for the Glenwood Police Department, Casey realized his chances of avoiding arrest were slim and began pleading with the officers for mercy.
That's all I was trying to do. Please do not. I'm asking you for courtesy, man to man. Please do not ruin my career. Please.
I think you did that kind of on your own.
Throughout the exchange, Casey appeared either unaware of the seriousness of his actions or confident the officers would overlook his use of a fake badge and carry a weapon while pretending to be a police officer. However, things worsened when he was placed in the officer's cruiser and they searched his vehicle. Inside, they found 2 loaded firearms, a tactical vest, a taser, 2 sets of handcuffs, and pepper spray. The situation highlighted the potential danger Casey posed. While he didn't initially seem to have malicious intentions, his access to police gear and weapons could have enabled him to carry out serious crimes like kidnapping or extortion by posing as a legitimate officer. This wasn't Casey's first offense either. Although he once worked as a corrections deputy at the Pickaway County Jail, he was forced to resign after overstepping his authority by pretending to be an undercover cop at a fair without authorization. Following the Whitehall incident, Casey was charged with impersonating a police officer, a 3rd-degree felony, and improper handling of a firearm in a vehicle, a 4th-degree felony. Officer Christopher Maher is driving when he witnesses Derek Gooden throw another man off a bridge. Shocked by the sight, he quickly pulls over, struggling to comprehend what he's seeing. Derek shows no remorse as the officer orders him to lie on the ground.
On the ground right now. On the ground! X-ray 6-7 Central. On the ground.
I'm gonna sit down.
Main Street Bridge. I just got a male throw another male over the bridge. I got one. Get on your belly right now. Get on your belly right now. Get on your belly right now. On your now.
Is Derek mad, angry, stupid, or all three? He defiantly tells Officer Maher that he didn't do what the officer and his body camera saw him do. He makes things worse by tossing something off the bridge in an attempt to destroy evidence, which only infuriates Officer Maher. Derek seems to be hallucinating, calling out to an imaginary person across the street, claiming the victim jumped off the bridge on his own. Another officer arrives, and Derek switches between multiple incoherent stories. Fortunately, the victim survives, and the potential murder charge is downgraded to aggravated battery.
Hey, get my witnesses. Hey, y'all my witnesses, right? Hey, sir. No, I want to tell you boy across the street, man. You see the whole thing.
7 Central.
You got me, sir. I ain't going nowhere.
I got 11012. The male in the water looks code 4. He's swimming.
I ain't going nowhere, sir. He insulted my property. I felt threatened, sir.
You just threw a male over the bridge.
He jumped over the bridge.
I watched you. I'm right here.
Where my bike at? Hey, tell me, bro.
Threw that dude over the bridge, bro.
No, I did not. I'm not even that
It's on
strong,
camera.
dog. Please, I want you to have no camera, because he just insulted me, dog. He ain't top.
And then when I came up,
somebody.
he's going to get charged with destruction of evidence, too, because he just threw a bunch of shit into the water as soon as I pulled.
But what are you charging them with, dog?
I'm charging
you. They was assaulting me the whole time.
I'm going to charge you with attempted murder.
They was assaulting me. You better ask that. Hey, excuse me, sir. In front of me, while you're not talking to one, can you please ask the witness across the street what happened?
The situation grows more chaotic as Derek keeps babbling uncontrollably. He faces charges of aggravated battery and disorderly conduct.
Don't be reaching for nothing.
I'm not, sir. I'm letting you get in my pocket, man. You tripping, dog. I threw my money over the river, man.
Can you repeat your question, please?
You wanna know what I had? Some weed in my... What?
Destruction of evidence.
I ain't destroyed no evidence.
You threw evidence over the bridge. You said you threw weed over the bridge.
When I said that?
You just said it right now.
I did?
Yeah.
I said I threw my money over the bridge. I'm trying to get
just
some weed. I'm trying to get some weed. You go down there and check it. Go down there and check it. The money's still folded up. Ain't there. I got $6, dog.
The reason behind Derek's actions remains unclear, but one thing is sure, his behavior was bizarre. This group entered a cemetery with a clear objective: to locate the infamous woman in white, an evil spirit rumored to haunt two places simultaneously. Dividing into two teams, they explored the cursed grounds, one heading to the old graveyard and the other to the so-called portal to hell. However, they were unaware that something far more sinister lurked in the shadows, waiting to reveal itself in ways beyond their imagination.
Tá, ó, a gente tá aqui, a gente vai esperar vocês chegar lá mesmo, aí vocês dão um toque.
Não, sim, acho que a gente chegar lá, a gente começa junto, tá ligado? Melhor.
Tá.
Ó, galera, a gente chegou aqui agora, começamos a arrumar as coisas, né, gordinho? E olha aqui aí, isso aqui é novo, mano. Essa luz aqui nunca ficou acesa, você viu? Mas, mano, se for ver, vai até ajudar a gente, mano, a enxergar aqui dentro.
Ô, poltrona aí. Foi aqui onde o Yuri passou mal aquela vez, ficou ruim, mano. Falou que viu ela aqui. Vou passar o K18. Vamos ver se vai acusar alguma coisa.
Ó o portão, ó o portão. Tá vendo? Ó o portão mexendo. Fechou.
Fechou, mano.
A strange light flickered as the sky grew darker, casting eerie shadows across the cemetery. Yuri, who had sensed an unsettling presence here before, suddenly froze. In a low voice, he whispered, "She's here." The air became thick and heavy, and static filled the walkie-talkies, followed by frantic calls from the other team. They had heard footsteps, and then she appeared. Her white dress, ghostly and glowing, shimmered in the darkness, a chilling figure standing before them.
Ô, Thor! O que foi? O que foi? Thor! Levanta! Você tá bem? Tá aqui a lanterna. Sai daí, mano, sai daí, sai, mano, sai.
His flashlight pointed toward the cemetery gate, where he thought he saw a figure, but when he focused, there was nothing. Still, he couldn't shake the feeling that something was watching him.
Faz o seguinte, vamos ter que ir embora, velho. Ó, que isso, velho? Mano, parece que é o walkie-talkie, mano, que tá fazendo isso. Parece que tá, velho. Oh! Mano, que grito que foi esse, velho? Vai!
Volta! Você tá bem, mano? Você tá bem? Vai, vai, vai. Sai da mata primeiro, sai da mata. Sai, 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 sai. Vai, 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 mano, vai, vai, vai. Nossa, mano, que susto, velho. Que susto, Thor. Sai pra fora aqui, ó. Sai pra fora, sai pra fora. Fica aqui dentro, não, mano.
Onde que foi? Onde foi? Gordinho, 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 gordinho. Mano, que é isso, velho? Ó, minha lanterna.
Que isso, meu?
Out of nowhere, a pale figure materialized, drifting between the gravestones. Her white dress billowed as if caught by the wind, though there was no breeze. Her head tilted slightly as if listening for something. Yuri's flashlight began to flicker, its batteries draining for no apparent reason. The group stood frozen, barely breathing, as the figure moved toward them, closing the distance without a sound. She mirrored every step they took back, getting closer with each passing moment. Her face remained hidden in shadows, an unsettling presence that quickened their hearts. Suddenly, a hollow laugh echoed through the air, and they realized there was no escape. The door was firmly shut, trapping them in the darkness.
Mano.
Oi, que aí, mano?
Mano.
Que aquilo, velho?
Ô, Gordinho, atira, velho.
Sai, sai.
Atira. Atira, Gordinho.
Que aí, mano? Essa arma travou.
Sai, sai.
Travou.
Sai, 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 sai. Sai, vai pra trás, vai pra trás. Vai, vai, vai. Vai, vai, sai, 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 sai. Vai, sai, 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 sai. Que é isso, velho?
Tá trancando, velho?
Mentira, mano, mentira, velho. Troca aí, troca aí.
They tried to retreat, stumbling over gravestones and tangled roots, their hearts pounding. Yuri's walkie-talkie crackled violently in his hand, a frantic voice shouting, "She's behind us." But when they turned around, she stood in front of them again. Her ghostly figure blocked the only exit, leaving them trapped with no way out.
Mano, vamos ter que se... Gordinho. Sai, 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 sai. Vai. Vai, mano, vamos lá pegar os caras, vai. Bora, 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 bora.
All they could make out was her outline, her face still hidden in shadow, her presence suffocating and all-encompassing. It felt as though she was everywhere at once. No matter their direction, the feeling of being trapped grew stronger. With increasing dread, they realized there was no way out.
Ô, louco, mano, ele voou, mano. Praticamente 1 metro, ele voou. Ele chegou perto da poltrona, foi a poltrona, né? Ele voou, mano, ele voou, do nada. Voou.
Aí foi a hora que ela apareceu.
Aí ela apareceu atrás da poltrona. Ela levantou a mão assim, tá ligado? Não sei se ela ia fazer...
a hora que ela levantou a mão.
É, mano, ela ia fazer alguma coisa pra gente. Aí eu consegui dar o tiro, peguei a arma do Thor e dei um tiro. Aí ela sumiu.
Ó, não sei se foi coincidência, mano, mas foi bem na hora que você falou que deu o tiro, a gente escutou o barulho lá, tá ligado? No túmulo dela. E ela tá se levantando de cima do túmulo, mano.
Como assim, Yuri?
Olha, se levantou depois.
Na mesma hora?
Foi, praticamente parece que você deu o tiro aqui, a hora que você falou que ela sumiu. Ela apareceu lá, mano, ela começou a levantar do túmulo. Aí o Gordinho pegou a frente, mano. Só que, falhou a bala, mano, não atirava. Aí nós falou, vamos correr, mano, nós não tem o que fazer. Nós foi sair de lá, portão trancado. Nós não conseguia sair, o Gordinho trocou a bala. Aí nós voltou atrás dela, mano, você é louco, foi uma confusão lá, mano.
Então ela consegue, mano, aparecer em 2 lugares ao mesmo tempo.
Ela consegue, velho.
Ô, louco. Eu tava falando pro Thor se ela conseguia ou não, então a gente acha que ela não conseguia. Ô, louco, mas ela apareceu aqui, então e lá pra vocês. Ô, a distância que é, velho.
Rushing to their bikes, they sped off, hearts racing, but the eerie feeling that she was still behind them lingered. She seemed to move in the shadows, just out of the reach of their headlights. As they raced into the night, Yuri glanced over his shoulder. She stood at the cemetery gate, watching and waiting as if anticipating their return. Up next, see how a simple stop for a missing license plate uncovers a shocking discovery.
That's not on the vehicle?
The front plate that's not on the vehicle?
Yep.
It should be there.
Is it up there? You got your driver's license with you?
I do.
Alright. Who else is with you?
My friend and another dog.
Okay.
My 2 dogs.
Your back plate's pretty well screwed up too, and that's hard to read. So, are you going to go out to the DMV and go get a new one at some point, or what? Do you mind? I'll have you come out back here. I just want to talk with you. Not in any trouble or anything. No weapons or anything like that on you?
Yeah, I do. A knife.
Nope, hold on. We'll just step up to the front of my vehicle. Yep. No, not yet. You just put your hands up on the hood there. Where's your knife at? Just tell me where it's at. Okay. Just that one?
Yeah.
Alright, you turn around there. Where are you guys coming from?
Fish game.
Fish game? Okay. What have you guys been doing there besides the fish game?
We didn't play fish game, I was just waiting for him.
Okay. Where you guys heading to?
My camper.
Your camper?
The fairgrounds.
Okay. Alright, so you're living over there at what? 33rd or 30th?
3200 block state.
State? Okay. Alright.
Hey, I haven't done anything wrong, buddy.
Okay, well, they're asking you to get out of the car, so get out of the car.
But for what?
Because they gave you a lawful order to exit the vehicle.
What is the reason?
There doesn't have to be a reason. On a traffic stop, when an officer asks you to get out of the vehicle, whether you are a driver or a passenger, we are within our lawful rights to ask you that. We're not violating any of your...
Okay, so what did I do wrong?
It does not matter if you did or did not do anything wrong. So just get out of the vehicle before you have a problem with those officers. Don't be reaching around for
I'm
stuff.
just grabbing my phone, that's all.
Get out of the car. Get out of the car. Stop playing games. Stop reaching around in the car.
Hey, I haven't done anything wrong, buddy.
Okay, well, they're asking you to get out of the car, so get out of the car.
But for what?
Because they gave you a lawful order to exit the vehicle.
What is the reason?
There doesn't have to be a reason. On a traffic stop, when an officer asks you to get out of the vehicle, whether you are a driver or a passenger, we are within our lawful rights to ask you that. We're not violating any of your...
Okay, so what did I do wrong?
It does not matter if you did or did not do anything wrong. So just get out of the vehicle before you have a problem with those officers. Don't be reaching around for
I'm
stuff.
just grabbing my phone, that's all.
Get out of the car. Get out of the car. Stop playing games. Stop reaching around in the car. Exit the vehicle.
I did not do anything wrong.
It does not matter. Exit the vehicle.
Sir, I didn't do anything wrong.
The situation would have been resolved quickly if the person hadn't been wanted. However, the police discovered much more. Multiple weapons in the car, including explosives and materials for a homemade bomb. This was uncovered because the driver didn't have a front license plate.
The vehicle.
You're violating my rights, sir.
We're not violating your rights.
Call your captain down here then. This is wrong.
We can call our captain down here after you get out of the vehicle, and he's going to tell you the same thing. Get out of the vehicle.
Sir, I didn't do anything wrong.
Get out of the vehicle.
For what?
35.
I didn't do anything wrong, sir. I'm a passenger in this vehicle.
It does not matter. Get out of the vehicle.
What have I done, sir?
Get out of the vehicle.
I have not done anything wrong.
Get out of the vehicle.
What are you talking about?
We're not going to ask you again. Get out of the vehicle, or he's going to break the window and we're going to drag you out of the vehicle. Get out of the vehicle.
Sir, I didn't
now.
do anything.
Now.
Sir, I didn't do anything, please. Huh?
Kevin, call your dogs over.
Sir, I've done nothing wrong. Please.
Get out of the vehicle, you're going to get sprayed.
I've done nothing wrong, sir.
Get out of the vehicle, you're going to get sprayed.
I've done nothing wrong.
Out of the vehicle now.
Nothing wrong.
Last warning or I'm spraying you.
Sir.
Get out of the vehicle now.
I've done nothing wrong.
Get out of the vehicle.
I didn't do anything.
Get out of the vehicle. Get out of the vehicle.
Hey, I've done nothing. Ah!
Shut the door, shut the door. Is that Chris?
Yeah.
Is it Chris? Okay.
For sure.
Is there a shotgun in the car? Where's it at?
It was in between the seats.
In between the seats? What kind of?
Pistol grip. 12
Pistol
gauge,
grip, 12 gauge? Not yours, obviously, right?
No.
It's his?
Yeah.
With the vest?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Chris Salisbury.
Salisbury.
Yep. So he's wanted.
35. Oh, there's a guitar case in here. It should have a bunch of guns in it.
Really?
Yep.
All right. Hey, let me talk to you real quick about the rest of the stuff in the car, too, real quick. Well, all right, so here's the deal, right? So,
Sorry.
You're good. So
Chris
is supposed to be in possession of some other firearms, right? He's supposedly supposed to have like a inside of like a guitar case, right? Like multiple, right?
Not here.
Okay. Is there anything else in the vehicle that Chris owns?
Nope.
Nothing else?
Nope.
You care if we go through the rest of the vehicle for it? Okay.
As far as I know, there ain't.
Okay, yeah, we're good to go through the whole thing. All right. Yep.
See it?
Yep. Don't touch it though. Wait for.
Yeah,
Yep. It's loaded too. Is this your stuff back here, Kevin? Yep. Might be his. What you got? What the hell is that?
I don't know.
Those mothballs?
I got pulled over.
Hey, Kevin, just be honest with us. What's that? Is that mothballs?
I have no clue what that is.
That's worth testing.
So you'll both have to do.
Yep.
You have to do a display, and then you have to use the force and to do.
Yep. So I had him at point and was trying to get him out, and he just wouldn't listen. I'm like, I gave him, I don't know, how many warnings did I give him? Probably like 20. I don't know what that is. Do you have a cocaine, Jesus, crack cocaine tester by chance? Should I see what this stuff is? Oh, test. Hey, you're a lifesaver. Hey, sorry to call you late. I've got some stuff here in a garbage sack, possibly unprocessed. If I send you a picture, could you tell me? I'm trying to test it, and we're not getting anything back on it. It's in an oddball. I'll send you a picture real quick, and you just let us know.
Okay.
Oh, yep, I see it. That was sitting on the seat.
I probably just need to start not paying attention.
It's documented.
After a thorough search, the police found 2 loaded weapons, body armor, and bomb-making materials. As a result, the passenger was charged with possession of destructive devices and carrying a concealed weapon. This dashcam video, filmed in a Russian town in 2011, shows a semi-truck driving on icy roads, a challenging and stressful task. At first, everything seems normal, but things quickly take a dangerous turn while crossing a bridge. It was such a close call, but luckily, no one was hurt. It's a good reminder to stay alert in weather like this. This incident happened on Downey Boulevard in Los Angeles, California in 2016. Road rage cases in Los Angeles have gone up by 32.7% over the past year, with 459 reported incidents, and this is a clear example, but then came back to keep arguing.
Because it doesn't take much, but it does take all of us. I counted on my Medicare and Medi-Cal cards every day. Then I heard about a simple plan from Anthem Blue Cross and called 1-844-64.
The driver, trying to calm things down, rolled down his window, but things quickly escalated. The biker smashed the driver's rear window and walked back to his motorcycle.
With all kinds of extra benefits like vitamins.
The driver, not ready to let it slide, looked like he was about to retaliate. Worse. This harrowing attempted robbery occurred in Reading, Pennsylvania.
Give me your money, man.
Man, I don't.
Give me everything you got. Give me it now.
All right.
I need it now.
All right.
I can make this the easy way, or we can make this the hard way, man.
Everything I got, man.
Keep your hand where I can see him.
I just started.
What else you got?
I just
Let me see
started.
your wallet. Let me see your.
I don't have anything in my wallet.
We can do this the hard way, or we can do this the easy way, man. Let me see your wallet and let me see your phone. I need it all right now. If you don't want to, man.
Okay.
Give it all to me now.
Okay.
As the shaken taxi driver nervously searched for his wallet, flashing police lights suddenly illuminated the scene from behind the vehicle.
I'm not gonna hurt you. Just give me everything you got.
Sir, I don't have anything in my wallet. I don't
give
carry
me your wallet and your phone. I need your wallet.
What's your problem? Get out.
On the ground now.
The suspect and the driver noticed the police at the exact moment, abruptly ending the suspect's plan. Overwhelmed with relief, the driver broke down in tears, visibly traumatized by the experience.
Lifesaver! Oh my God! Oh my God! I can't believe it! He had it in my head! He had a gun in my head! He had a gun in my head! Oh my God! I'm gonna have a heart attack. He's got my wallet. He's got my wallet and my money.
Sadly, this marked the third time the taxi driver had been robbed similarly while working. The incident highlights the vulnerability faced by many workers in high-risk professions. Imagine the sheer panic of your brakes suddenly failing without warning. This was the chilling reality for a semi-truck driver. As shown in dramatic footage shared by LPE 360, the driver found himself barreling toward a school bus with no way to stop. A genuinely heart-stopping moment. Reacting swiftly, he veered into the left lane, only to face a line of cars stopped for the bus crossing.
Stop! No!
Demonstrating remarkable skill, he masterfully guided his 80,000-pound truck around the stationary vehicles, managing to avoid any collisions. His quick thinking and razor-sharp reflexes likely prevented a catastrophic tragedy, saving countless lives. This video documents a trucker's unsettling and unusual encounter. Out of nowhere, a person emerges from the shadows and deliberately places a bicycle in the truck's path at the last possible moment. The reason behind this reckless act remains unclear. The driver's calm response throughout the dangerous situation is even more remarkable, showing little visible reaction. Although it might initially seem like the individual intended to cause random harm, some have suggested a more sinister motive, perhaps an attempted robbery. Fortunately, the driver's quick instincts and sharp reflexes allowed him to avoid what could have been a carefully planned trap. An officer pulled over a couple for driving 90 in a 70-mile-per-hour zone. During the stop, the officer began asking questions after noticing the car was a rental, as drug dealers often use rental cars to move illegal substances without raising suspicion.
Hey, Officer Volk, the Osceola Police Department. The reason I stopped you is your speed. You know how fast you were going? Nah, you went faster than that, man. Where are you coming from? Indiana? Alright. Is this your rental then, or what? Yours? You got your ID with you? Anything inside the vehicle I need to know about? What's that? No.
In this tense encounter, Eric and his girlfriend, Chwante, began to question the officer's intentions.
Traffic stops lead into a lot of different things, ma'am.
I just woke up.
Nope. Traffic stops lead into a lot of different things. Okay. Yeah. Nope. You'd be surprised what we find out here. Well, I'll be back with you, alright?
They were going 90.
What's that?
They were going 90.
They're going 90?
But they're saying that they're coming from Indiana, going back to the cities. But they rented it at 10:58 p.m. on the 22nd, so like 6 hours ago. And it has to be returned tonight by 9 p.m. back in Chicago.
The vehicle was rented for a very short period, likely just enough time to make a delivery. Now growing suspicious, the officers begin questioning the driver and the passenger.
Hang on, you man. Knives, anything? Mind if I pat you down? Come on over here, man. Stay sweet. There you go. Alright. Are you on probation out of Minnesota?
No, sir.
No?
I'm not on nothing.
Were you on probation before?
No, sir.
No? When was the last time you got arrested?
Probably like a few months back or something like that.
What was that for?
I got arrested in a car in a vehicle with some guys, so
Alright.
it was about like 2-3 months ago or something like that.
Right.
Probably 2 months ago.
Alright, what did you get arrested for though?
Being with somebody. I guess they was...
That's not illegal. What did you get arrested for?
I got arrested for being with somebody. It was like a... Basically, they was coming, somebody had a warrant, and they was... Like he had a warrant for his arrest.
Yeah.
He was in the car with me. I was driving. And that's when I got pulled over. I got arrested with him.
What did they charge you for though?
PC, weapons.
Okay. Yeah. Alright. When was the last time you got a drug charge? That you at least got charged?
That was the same thing.
Okay.
That was, I guess it was paraphernalia in the vehicle when they towed the vehicle.
Is there anything inside the vehicle tonight, man?
Nah.
If you got a little bit of weed or a pipe, I'll toss it.
I don't have.
All
I
right.
didn't lie to you about that. She just really just picked me up from Indiana. I would have flew, but the cost too much.
Yeah.
And I was trying to take the bus, but I still didn't have no way from Indiana to get to Chicago. Pretty much, the mega bus is the cheapest.
Yeah.
They don't have that up in Indiana.
How'd you get down there?
Say that again.
How'd you get down there?
Where, to Indiana?
Yeah.
I drove down there. I drove with my brother to Indiana. This was a while back, probably like a few weeks or something like that.
All right.
A week ago, 2 weeks ago. Did I do something wrong or something?
Well, this is a little weird, man.
What's a little weird?
Like a rental that's supposed to be returned in the same city to go up, to go back. You don't know how long you've been down there. You have a pretty good criminal history going on.
She actually doing me a favor.
Why didn't she just get you a one-way and you go drive it to Minnesota and turn it in and be done?
Bro, it costs $700, $800 to do a one-way in that vehicle.
Well,
believe me or not.
They're gonna. That's because they already factor the miles in.
She's going back to Chicago though.
Yeah.
With her dad now.
No, that's why. Then they're gonna rack up the miles because you pay per mile. I'm pretty sure.
It's free.
So.
No, it's free mileage. I chose to drive here so she could sleep because she got to drive back. You know? It's too long.
And you're a convicted felon, right?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yeah. I have been convicted 2010.
Okay.
Like I was a juvenile then.
All right.
So
what was that for?
It was for aiding and abetting, basically. I want to say it's like basically. Okay. I was a juvenile, so somebody basically. I went to jail. I was there.
What's yours inside the vehicle right now?
I can't hear you, bro.
What's yours inside the vehicle?
What do you mean? What's
bags? What's yours?
My duffel bag.
Yeah. Is that it?
Yeah.
Does she have any bags?
Yeah. She got her backpack.
All right. Do you have a problem if I search your bag?
Say that again.
Can I search your bag?
Yeah, I would say you could search it, but I would want to know why. Like, do you not believe me?
No, I don't.
It's clear that something doesn't add up, so it's no surprise that the officer is skeptical of Eric's story. As mentioned, the vehicle was rented for 24 hours and must be returned to the same city. Eric claims he's from a different area, where he had traveled with his brother a few weeks ago, and says his girlfriend rented the car to pick him up. It doesn't seem logical for someone to travel such a distance in a rental car, yet Eric insists it was the most affordable option. With a criminal history tied to substances and past prison time, Eric's story raises further doubts. At this point, the officer clarifies that he's suspicious and will search the car, but watch how Eric starts making excuses.
All right, well, if I give you my bag and search my bag, I can go about my way and stuff?
Yeah, if you guys got nothing, you're gonna be on your way.
What do you mean got nothing? There's nothing in the car.
It's knives.
Nothing in the car.
Can I search the vehicle from bumper to bumper? Like I told you before, trying to make sure that everybody's doing what they're supposed to be doing, you know? All right, so he already gave me permission to search his bag. That's why I'm asking you, because you rented the vehicle and you're in the vehicle. All right. All right, so do you have a problem if I search the vehicle?
I don't think that's necessary.
Yeah, and I'm asking you because you rented the vehicle and you're in the vehicle. Because for what I see on the interstate out here, it's not necessarily common to get a rental that's from Chicago and be driven up to the cities and return back to Chicago with his criminal history. Can I search your bag?
No.
All right. Hang tight. I'm gonna go get my certified narcotics canine. Stay there.
I'm gonna get it, bro.
Nope. Stay there.
So that's getting on her nerves.
Fine.
Like, you her up. That's my girl,
that's fine.
bro. Understand me.
That's fine. Is there anything inside the vehicle?
No, sir.
All right. Chick. Chick. Right here. There you go. Thanks.
Can I sit in now?
No.
Please.
She ain't gonna get you.
Yeah, but can I sit in?
There's a cage. She can't.
Yeah.
You'll be okay, man. Seriously, you're
There you go. Getting anything on you inside the vehicle?
No.
No? Alright, then this is gonna be quick and easy, alright? I'll have you go step in front of my squad car here.
I got a question.
Yep.
Is it a reason? Well, not is it a reason? The reason why we were separated. Can you guys just clarify that for the video?
Yep, it's because I have one seat in my car.
He has one seat in his car.
And
so
he's
he
here.
In this car?
Yep.
Yeah.
I would like to be in this car then.
No.
There's nowhere to sit.
Let's go.
Okay.
There's nowhere to sit the dogs in the other car.
What's up?
Please, bro. Please. I'll sit. Put me in that one.
She can't get you.
Bro, she's loud as in my ear.
Yeah.
I promise you.
Just calm down, man.
After placing them in police vehicles, the officer searched the car rented by Chuante. In the trunk, behind the left side paneling, he found over a kilo of an illegal substance, valued at about $100,000 on the street. Both Eric and Chuante were charged with manufacturing and intent to deliver cocaine, but they avoided punishment when, for some unknown reason, the prosecutor dropped the charges. In this case, the suspect's actions are caught clearly on the officer's body camera. Miles Aldinger hits a curb and drives over it, which leads a police officer to stop and help. It could have ended there, but for some reason, Miles makes things worse. At first, he pretends like nothing happened, but then he gets upset with the officer for showing concern.
What are you gonna do here, dude?
Waiting for my car.
Huh?
I'm waiting for my car.
Yeah, you over the curve, man.
I'm waiting for my car.
What do you mean you're waiting for it?
24-23.
I'm waiting for my car.
You have a what?
I'm here with the business right now, man. No, I know it's over. I know. I get it.
So what are you gonna do about it?
You want somebody to move it?
Huh?
Can I just move it?
No, you can't. Just let me look at it, dude.
What are you talking about, man? You can't just move it.
Yeah, come look at it, bro.
Oh no, I know. No, that I know. I'm waiting for my car.
You hey, look, dude. I'm not trying to give you a hard time.
Listen, I know, brother.
First of all, just call me officer, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right.
I get it. I get it.
So yeah, just go ahead and have a seat, man.
No, I'm waiting for my car. Yeah, that's what I work for. That's what I work for.
They got a tow truck company or something?
Yeah, something like that.
Go ahead and have a seat, man.
No, I'm not sitting.
All right.
Out here.
Who are you talking to, dude?
Who are you talking to?
Step back, man.
No, man. Who are you talking?
Hey, just relax, bro.
Who are you talking to?
It's all good, bro.
No, we're not gonna get like that, bro. You talk to me.
Go ahead.
You work.
That's right. You're right.
Yeah,
That's right.
yeah. Get the
Step back, dude.
back up.
24, go ahead.
Why are you doing that? Why are you?
Give me 1 second. Sorry.
Let me I'm gonna call a tow truck, dude.
No, you don't need to call a tow truck.
You gotta get it out.
Miles's reaction is so bizarre that it seems likely he is under the influence of some substance. His responses are incoherent, and his sudden shift to aggression is unsettling. The police officer only intends to ensure that a tow truck arrives to assist him.
Tow truck coming, or we gotta call somebody?
Could I ask you a question?
Yep, go ahead. Central from 25.
You should take some new training, bro. You're okay.
Can you send me another unit this way, please? You got a tow truck coming, dude? You got a tow truck coming? You got a tow truck coming, dude?
Back up on the phone. Alright. Back up.
back the up, dude.
Even after the second officer arrives, Miles remains confrontational. He becomes enraged when the officer merely looks into his car, accusing him of entering it. His actions are puzzling, and it appears he is trying to hide something.
Yes.
All right, who you calling? How long before they get here?
I'm in there too.
No, that's it. Who do you call? Let me know who you call.
My guy.
Can you put him on speakerphone so we can see?
No, it don't work like that.
Hey, Miles.
You know it don't work like that.
Miles.
What? What?
After I just helped you out earlier, you're going to be confrontational with him?
Am I being confrontational, man? I'm trying to wait for a tow, man. What do you want me to do? I'm pulled over there. I can't do nothing. I can't do nothing, bro. I'm waiting for a tow. Look at me, bro. No, I am. I'm not trying to be confrontational with you.
What did you call? What tow company?
I'm not calling a tow company, dude. I work. Get out of my car, man. What the are you doing? I said get the out of my car.
Back up, man.
Step back.
Dude,
Don't
you
step back.
you have no.
Don't step
you
back.
have no right to go in my vehicle.
I'm asking you to step back.
Dude, I'm standing right here. Put your hand on me again.
I'm asking you to
Put
step
your hands on me again. I'm asking you to stay out of my car. You have no right to go in my car.
Yeah,
you have no right to go in my car.
Give me your name.
No.
What's your name? Give me your name. Give me your name and ID.
You, dude,
What's your name?
You passed that up when you went in my car without
What's your name? Hey, step back. Step back. I'm asking you to step back.
I'm asking you not to go in my car.
Step back.
I'm asking you not to go in my car.
Step back. You know
you
what?
have no right to go in my car.
Confrontation. Let me pat you down and make sure you don't got anything on you.
Yeah. Put your hands up. Hey, man. Bro, you know I don't have anything on me. Let my arm down a little bit.
You know what? You've been confrontational, dude. You walked up to me in an aggressive manner. So right now, until we figure out what's going on, dude, I'm gonna put you in handcuffs for my safety. All right?
Yeah.
That's how that works.
Yeah, that's fine. You don't have to slam my head around. Dude, get me. Unlock me for 1 second so I can please I gotta brush off my feet, bro. Please.
Give me your foot.
Hell yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's fine. That's fine.
Watch your foot.
Yes, sir.
Put your knee in. Put your knee in the car.
Due to his ongoing aggression and refusal to cooperate, Miles is placed in the police vehicle and detained. All of this could have been avoided from the beginning. It's unsettling how quickly people can find themselves in trouble. Dashcam footage from Gautier shows a police officer experiencing an unexpected event. As large clouds form above, a lightning bolt suddenly strikes less than a quarter mile away, blindingly bright. The officer pulls off the road and drives to the strike site, discovering a piece of cement still smoldering. What's unusual is the behavior of the lightning. It's not only bright, but appears to have set the ground on fire. This one differs from typical lightning strikes, which don't usually ignite the ground. It wasn't a power line or generator that was hit, so the cause of this rare phenomenon remains unclear. If you have any insight into this unusual occurrence, feel free to share. A South Wales police helicopter is flying 1,000 feet above the Bristol Channel when its thermal camera detects a perfectly round sphere in the distance. The pilot radios the sighting to ground control, but they can't find anything that matches the description on their radar. The pilot then realizes that he can't see the sphere with his eyes, only the thermal camera is picking it up. It could be a malfunction of the camera, or the sphere might be using advanced cloaking technology. No clear explanation has been found for the unusual sighting. The strangest part is that when the pilot zooms in for a closer look, the sphere appears to open up, potentially revealing a free-roaming vortex. No one knows what might lie on the other side if this is a portal. On the quiet morning of July 28, 2010, around 5:30 a.m. on West 10th Street in the Flats, a residential building became the scene of a daring break-in. Two individuals, likely climbing a tree in front of the building, gained access to the apartment's balcony and forced open the doors. Once inside, they discovered the tenant peacefully sleeping, unaware of their presence. Instead of fleeing, they decided to continue exploring. They quickly filled a black leather gym bag with items from the apartment. Their fortune grew when they found the owner's car keys, giving them control over more than just the stolen goods. Security cameras in the building captured their movements as they exited the stairwell and entered the parking garage. Realizing they were being watched, they hesitated briefly but continued their plan. They eventually found the owner's black Jeep Cherokee and escaped after struggling to open the garage door. The stolen vehicle was later found near East 43rd Street off Cedar Avenue, but the suspects remain at large. In August 2012, a police dashcam captured a tense incident involving an officer from the Louisville Metro Police Department. The officer stopped a Honda Accord due to expired license plates. Inside the car were 3 individuals who appeared visibly nervous during the interaction. Suddenly, the officer heard kicking and yelling from the car's trunk. Alarmed, he called for backup and detained the 3 suspects. Upon opening the trunk, officers discovered a man with a towel tied around his head and his hands bound behind his back. The man was identified as the car's owner, who had just finished a late shift at a nearby Circle K gas station approximately 7 miles away. As he approached his car after closing the store, the 3 suspects attacked him, tied him up, and locked him in the trunk before driving off. The suspects, Tret Bly, Joseph Davis, and Brittany Elder, all in their late 20s, were later apprehended. The traffic stop, prompted by the expired plates, likely spared the victim from further harm. Despite suffering mild dehydration and a rough experience, the victim escaped without serious injuries. From the outset, it's clear that this case involves DUI, as the young driver, Jacob, appears disoriented and barely able to speak. At 19 years old, he ran a red light and crashed into a passing police car. Jacob seems unaware of the situation in the footage, and the officer begins questioning him to understand what happened.
Oh. Step over here with me. Step over here.
Step over here.
Do you have an ID on you, man?
ID, I think it's in my car.
You're just not paying attention?
I was not paying attention at all.
Okay. You had anything to smoke tonight?
Me?
Anything to drink?
No.
No?
I smoked a joint like 3 days ago.
Yeah, man. I think I'm good. Let's shake it up. What's your name, man?
Jacob Slovak.
What is it?
Jacob Slovak, my license and my door. You think it's total?
Yeah, it doesn't look very good, man. I think my squad car could be totaled.
What?
I think my squad car could be totaled.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Do you have an ID on you, man?
What happened?
I had green light coming through. I looked to my right and he just speeds right through it.
Which way were you were turning?
I was coming straight. He was coming. And he kind of turned off and hit me in the...
Am I going to have to tow it away?
We will have to tow it, yeah.
I can't drive it back to my place. It's like 3 down block. Literally like 3 blocks. It's like, yeah, it's right on 8th and State.
No, man, look at it. It's not going to drive. You have a pole on top.
Well, if you move the pole.
No, it can't be drove. So were you driving?
Yeah, I was driving.
Okay, you're not hurt?
No, I'm not hurt.
What happened? What way were you going?
Which way was I going? I was going this way.
Which way?
I don't remember.
You were taking a right?
Yeah, I believe so.
He seems really off.
Hey, Alex. You said it was a bomb in the car?
Yeah, I'm not
Oh, I think they spotted at the smoke shop. Come over here.
Over here?
Yeah. Okay, so I want you to be honest with me. You smoked some weed today?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, pretty recently.
Very recently?
Yeah.
Probably like 2 hours ago.
Okay. How much?
How much?
Like, do you feel pretty high? Because you seem pretty high.
No, I'm not high.
You don't feel high?
No.
I see there's a bong in the car.
Yeah, I just bought it from the one place.
Okay. So when did you smoke? 2 hours ago, you said?
2 hours ago, yeah.
At your house or where?
At my house, just at a buddy's.
At a buddy's?
Yeah.
Like south side, north side?
South side.
How much did you smoke? Like, be honest.
I haven't even smoked that new piece in there.
How much did you smoke 2 hours ago?
Oh, like a couple one hitters.
A couple one hitters? Is that normal or?
Yeah, that's normal.
Okay. Do you have anything on you?
No, you can search my pockets if you want.
Okay. Just hold on to that.
And I got my wallet right here.
Is that just a vape?
Yeah, that's a vape. Yep.
Is this a weed vape?
No, not a weed vape. You can go ahead and test it and all that. You pull this thing out right here.
Pull it up. I'm going to run you through some tests to make sure you're going to be driving. Since you've been smoking weed and you got in an accident, okay?
Okay.
Is that pretty fair?
Yeah, that's fair.
So you don't really remember what happened, or because you weren't looking, or because you were going too fast, or like kind of walk me through
I feel like I was just going too fast, to be honest. I got a new car. And
how fast do you think you were going?
Probably like 10 over the speed limit.
So like 35?
Yeah, 35.
Okay. And you didn't see that you had a red light or not?
Did I see if I had a red light or not? No.
Okay. So you smoked 2 hours ago, some one hitters.
Yeah.
Anything else?
No.
Can you stand with your heels and toes touching?
Yep.
Completely touching, like me.
Like
And then
this?
put your hands at your side.
Hands on my side. Oh.
Try it again, just like me.
That's kind of bad balance, my bad.
Do you have any physical issues?
Physical issues? Yeah, my knee's a little
Like, do you have a physical injury, or do you it's just sore?
It's just sore.
Okay. Do you have any problems with your eyes?
Eyes? Yeah, I had eye surgery not too long ago.
When?
Because I had lazy eyes or whatever. So they like brought them back.
When did you have eye surgery?
Eye surgery like a couple years ago.
Okay. But your eyes are fine now?
Yeah, my eyes are fine.
You wearing contacts?
Contacts? No. I'm supposed to be. But.
Okay.
Yep.
I want you to follow my finger with your eyes and your eyes only, and don't move your head. You understand, Jake?
Yep.
Hey, you're not watching my finger.
No, that's your finger. Sorry, I've never done this
It's okay.
before.
Just like you're watching it. Everywhere my finger goes, your eyes go. Ready?
Okay. If you guys think I'm drunk or something, I can do a
No, this is just the test we have to do.
Oh,
I got
okay.
and I got you. I need you to follow my finger, okay?
Okay.
All right, don't move your head though. Ready? Tilt your chin down a little. Okay, just watch my finger.
All right. Sorry, my
Keep watching it. Keep watching it. You see it way out here?
Yep.
You're not looking at my finger though. You're looking like at my
Oh,
wrist.
Sorry.
Tip of my finger, right here.
Tip your finger. All right.
Don't look away from it. All right. I'll give you one more chance to be honest with me.
All right.
You're on something else.
All right.
You're on something else.
I'll be honest with you. I took good Xanax.
Yep.
Xanax is a prescription medication commonly prescribed for anxiety and panic disorders, classified under benzodiazepines, which are known for their calming effects on the brain and nerves. The risk of driving while on Xanax is that it can lead to drowsiness, dizziness, blurred vision, and delayed reaction times, all of which impair driving skills and make it illegal to drive while affected. Based on the evidence, Jacob could face charges for DUI, possession of drug paraphernalia, and possibly possession of a controlled substance.
You took that way more recent than yesterday.
More recent than yesterday?
Just be honest with me. Like, be straight so I can get this solved. But I can tell you're not normal. Like,
I'll
something
take a half. I took a half of one.
Like
probably
when you smoked 2 hours ago or what?
Yeah, when I smoked 2 hours
You took
ago.
a half of Xanny?
Yeah.
Okay, it looks like you took a lot more than a half, to be honest, man. It's messing
No,
you up pretty good.
I took a half. I don't know. These things.
Yeah.
I just got so much through my mind,
Yeah.
you know, and it's just.
Okay. Right foot in front. Put your right foot in front first. Okay, now you can begin if you understand.
Alright. Mississippi. Mississippi. 10 Mississippi.
Okay.
Am I going to jail for this?
I don't know right now, but no, probably not.
1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi.
Okay, you can stop.
Oh no, I can't do that.
That's
shit.
okay. Do you know your ABCs?
ABCs, yep. A, B, C, D, E,
Hold on.
F.
You in school?
Me?
Yeah.
Am I in school?
You graduated from high school?
Yep, graduated right from
So you know your ABCs?
ABCs, yep.
Can you say them to me A to Z, just normal, without singing them?
Yep. A, B, C, D.
Alright, big breath. Zeros. You can take that tube off. Pull it. You don't take any prescription pills for anything?
No. I used to buy Xanax off someone every once in a while when I'm going through a hard time, you know.
Okay.
So many thoughts going through my head, you know, and someone's just trying to block it out, you know what I mean?
Yeah, okay. Come over here to this squad with me. So you're going to be placed under arrest for OWI right now, okay?
OWI?
Yep, and then we got some testing and some paperwork, and then if all goes cooperatively, you might be able to go home, okay?
Okay.
So I got to put you in cuffs, all right?
Yeah, I'm just trying to be honest with you guys.
We appreciate that. I'll try to get you home if all goes well. Alright.
At the police station, officers found a video on Jacob's phone showing him driving under the influence at high speed. It appears the situation could have been much worse.
We out here, we running from the cops right now. We going on 120. You already know.
Jacob was charged with OWI causing injury, having drug paraphernalia, running a red light, and speeding. In this footage, you'll meet Bianca, who seemingly wanted to end up in jail for trespassing, but what she did afterward will send shivers down your spine.
What's your name? Bianca? What's going on tonight?
I was wanting to get booked for trespassing
Why?
because I am. You have no reason? You just want to?
I don't have nowhere else to go.
Okay, so I'm just gonna go through the formality, right? So they want you to leave the property. They want you to, you know, leave, not come back. I'm trespassing you. You're being formally trespassed by the Osceola County Sheriff's Office.
Okay.
You need to leave the property now.
But what about getting arrested?
Are you refusing to leave the property?
Yeah.
Why?
Because it's cold outside. I don't have nowhere else to go.
So you're just refusing to leave the property?
Because it's, yeah.
You have no family, no nothing?
No. I'm not from here. I was just vacationing.
Osceola Patrol 89 36.
Stand up.
You guys gonna take my stuff too?
Turn around. Hands behind your back. Anything on you I should be aware of? No drugs? No knives? Nothing. Would you be more comfortable with 2 cuffs? Huh?
Yeah.
You got anything in your bag? Drugs, knives, bazookas.
Will you guys let me use the phone when I get there?
At the jail you do.
Okay, thank you.
You can also get phone numbers out of your phone. So you have to use the jail phone, but they let you get phone numbers.
Okay.
Thank you much. Door.
A hotel employee in Florida explained that Bianca asked for a room at the front desk that evening, but had no money to pay for it. He mentioned she was calm and didn't show any signs of violence. Just 2 months later, the police in Ohio received a disturbing call.
911, what is your emergency?
There is a child. He's bleeding all over the place. We're at North Olmsted Giant Eagle. I don't know what happened to him.
Okay, I'm going to stay on the phone with you for a couple more minutes. I have officers en route. I'm going to get a couple more things from you, okay?
Okay.
After being released from jail in Florida, Bianca returned to her hometown in Ohio. A camera captured her at a police station where she had gone due to a theft she had committed earlier. Then, she walked into a nearby store and stole 2 kitchen knives. The footage then showed her casually strolling in front of the store. A short time later, in the parking lot, Bianca saw the mother and her son, whom she had observed earlier in the store. She then attacked them with a knife, fatally attacking the boy.
5212, I'm behind Medic 51, reporting to the lot.
We have a chest seal on that. It's not that good. Don't fall. Check that chest. We don't fill this.
Is that your son?
Yes,
Okay, come here. We're gonna have somebody take you to the hospital. All right?
Did she say anything?
No,
Anything?
I didn't hear anything. I had my windows out. I didn't hear anything. All I heard was just screaming, and the lady grabbed her child up out the cart, and that's when it fell over, and they collapsed over here, and the lady just continued to walk off, and that's when everybody just kind of came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And I got out. The one guy, he said, "What happened?" I said, "I don't know. I'm going to go look." I came about halfway, and I saw her trying to get away, so I hopped in the car and chased her down.
Okay.
To almost where that white building is.
Yeah.
That's when I called 911, and like literally 30 seconds later, you guys showed up.
Okay. All right. Cool. So the kid was in a car? In the car?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, so it was in the car. The car fell over.
Yeah. Good. You want her on the side? You're good. Who's got a mic in with you?
We gotta get her up.
We have a female in custody. Are you bleeding? Are you hurt anywhere?
Female in custody, 1504. That's right there.
5217, I'm out.
The mother sustained injuries, but her life was not in danger. Unfortunately, the boy passed away in the hospital. Police determined that Bianca had never encountered the victims before the attack. She was charged with aggravated murder, attempted murder, felonious assault, tampering with evidence, and theft. On December 25, 2020, a 63-year-old man named Anthony Quinn Warner drove his RV to 2nd Avenue in Nashville, Tennessee, where it emitted a robotic digital female voice warning nearby residents to evacuate the area.
This area must be evacuated now. All buildings. This area must be evacuated now. If you can hear this message, evacuate now. If you can hear this message.
Soon, the female voice repeatedly warned that the RV would detonate, and shortly after 6 a.m., the voice grew more urgent, stating that the vehicle would explode in 15 minutes. In body cam footage released by authorities, a group of Nashville police officers is seen walking through the downtown area, urging any remaining individuals to evacuate for their safety.
So you're not doing anything wrong, okay? You're not in trouble, but there is something serious happening down the roadway.
Go for 11.
Okay? Do you mind going down to 2nd and
Where
Broadway?
do they need to go when they are evacuated?
That's so weird. That's like something out of a movie.
Like The Purge?
Yeah.
Evacuate now.
Keep watching the
Evacuate now. Stay clear, vehicle. Stay clear.
The robotic voice and its creepy warnings created a tense atmosphere, with one police officer saying it reminded them of the movie The Purge. Oddly, the RV also played parts of the 1964 song Downtown by Petula Clark, a cheerful tune about finding comfort in the city. Sadly, the robotic voice wasn't just a scare tactic. About 15 minutes later, the RV exploded near the AT&T building, damaging over 50 buildings and even collapsing a few from the force of the blast. Afterward, body cam footage showed police checking out the damage and helping people to safety in a scene that felt like the end of the world.
Second Broad. Commander 425, are you 10-4?
He's in 4. Are you guys okay?
217, myself and 215 are all going around. Command, make sure all units are direct. There may be ammo in that vehicle. We don't need anybody coming up the 2nd Avenue exposed.
You okay? Yeah, I'm good, man. I appreciate it.
Despite the immense power of the explosion, the police successfully evacuated most nearby residents, and thankfully, no one outside the RV lost their lives. However, 3 people were injured and hospitalized. The only fatality was Anthony Warner himself, who remained inside the vehicle when it detonated. Following the incident, authorities delved into Warner's past to uncover his motivations. They discovered he was a paranoid loner, obsessed with conspiracy theories, including one about shape-shifting alien lizards plotting to take over the world. Alarmingly, 16 months before the explosion, Warner's girlfriend had alerted police that he was building explosives in the RV parked outside their home. Just days before Christmas, a neighbor had jokingly asked Warner if Santa would bring him anything good, to which he ominously replied, "Oh yeah, Nashville and the world are never going to forget me." Investigators could not determine a clear motive, despite his apparent desire for attention. They ultimately concluded that a combination of a fatal cancer diagnosis and deteriorating mental health likely drove Warner to carry out the act. On September 9, 2019, an Albuquerque Police Department officer noticed a young man conducting a traffic stop on a gray Nissan SUV. However, the man wasn't dressed like a police officer. He wore casual clothes, jeans, a black polo, and an Air Force cap as he took down the driver's information. Sensing something was unusual, the officer approached the man, and from the start, he appeared a bit nervous.
You want to talk to him for a minute?
I do.
What's going on? Let's just talk back here real quick. Who do you work for?
Early Country Office.
Oh, okay.
I know, I'm under-equipped.
Okay, because normally you do, if you're out here, man, if you're making a traffic stop, you're just gonna have to stop, dude. Alright? Do you have an ID with you?
I mean, this is all I got. I mean, like I said, I'm under-equipped. I was just heading over there to the courthouse.
To the courthouse for what?
To get my...
Okay.
I know, it makes no sense. I caught him going 120 down I-40.
Okay. Why do you have lights on this vehicle?
Personal? I know.
Do you have an ID with you at all?
No, I keep it on my uniform.
The man claimed he was on his way to the courthouse when he stopped the driver of the gray Nissan. However, he suspiciously stated that he didn't have any identification as he had allegedly left it inside his uniform. After some questioning, the man identified himself as Brendan Winzinski and admitted to using his vehicle to pull over civilians. He insisted that he had been a law enforcement officer for 3 years.
And I'm not here to mess with you, man. It's just the thing is, yeah, he was speeding, dude. You could have called it in, and because if you get into shooting, You're
right.
All right, man.
I understand.
Right.
This, for starters, I know this looks really bad.
Right.
This looks really bad. This screams whacker.
Right. How long you been on?
About 3 years.
Okay. I've been on for like 13 years. All right, so.
After checking the database, the officer discovered that Brendan's name did not appear on any nearby law enforcement agency's list. At that point, the officer had no choice but to place the suspect in the back of his vehicle while waiting for his supervisor to sort things out. Less than 5 minutes later, Brendan became nervous and admitted he was not a real cop.
What's up, man?
All right. I'm just gonna be straight up honest with you. I'm not a cop.
Okay.
I'm just gonna be. I bought it offline.
Okay. Do me a favor, stay in here, okay, for a second.
When the supervisor arrived, the officer briefed him on the situation, and they decided to arrest Brendan for impersonating a police officer. After handcuffing him, the sheriff came to assess the situation. It's unclear how long Brendan expected to get away with pulling people over while pretending to be a cop, but it seemed like he hoped to act as a vigilante without consequences. Although he didn't have a weapon at the time, people like Brendan often start using weapons and handcuffs as intimidation tools once they grow more comfortable. It's perilous for individuals to pose as law enforcement officers, so they had no choice but to take him to the police station. Once there, they tried to get a complete statement from Brendan, but he contradicted himself and lied to gain sympathy. He claimed he was on his way to work when he saw someone speeding at 120 miles per hour and admitted he panicked when asked about his identity. Strangely, he also said that the badge he used belonged to his late father, who supposedly worked with the sheriff's department before he lost his life in the line of duty 5 or 6 years earlier.
And then when I made contact with you, I noticed you had a badge. Where'd you get that badge from?
It belonged to my dad.
It belongs to your dad? When was
Well,
he?
it did.
It did? Is he still around, or did he pass away?
Well, he was.
Oh, he was.
It was later revealed that Brendan's claim about the badge belonging to his late father was a complete lie. He had bought the badge online, as he had initially admitted when the officer interrogated him. It's hard to understand how he thought he could get away with such a lie, especially since there was video evidence of him admitting to purchasing the badge less than an hour before. During the interview, it was also discovered that Brendan was only 18 years old, despite claiming to be around 25 when he initially pulled over. This made his statement about being married and needing to call his wife even more suspicious, leaving it unclear which parts of his story were genuine and which were fabricated. Things took a more alarming turn when Brendan admitted to having a loaded weapon in the glove compartment of his vehicle, which hadn't been visible in the earlier footage. Given that he was a compulsive liar and an irresponsible teenager, it was deeply concerning to imagine what he might have done with the weapon and handcuffs had he been allowed to continue impersonating a cop for a more extended period. In March 2020, Brendan was sentenced to a year of probation, but just weeks later, he didn't check in with his probation officer, refused to take a psych exam, gave a fake address, and skipped a meeting. Because of this, the judge made his probation stricter. As of now, there haven't been any new updates on the case. On August 16, 2022, officers were called to a report of a man walking out of a restaurant without paying his bill.
Why are you asking for my
Because you're being accused of a crime. I'm not saying that you're guilty, but I gotta get you identified.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
All right? Relax. Relax. Come over here. You're not. Yeah, that's fine. All right, you're being accused of a crime, but we need your ID,
you know
okay?
how times are, man.
All right.
So, thank you, man. I was freaking out.
So tell me what happened.
I mean, I'm still shaking because most of the time when things like this happen.
So tell me what happened.
Okay,
Get to the bottom of it. Tell me what happened.
All right, so I went over there to have happy hour. I had some food. And I day trade. I do option trading. I got a business major and I got an accounting, so I do day trade. Thanks.
All right. Okay. Did you have any means to pay that $70?
No. I want to sue them. I'm sorry.
But do you...
No. I'm sorry. You're asking the wrong question, sir. I'm so sorry.
You consume food, right?
Huh?
You consume food?
Hell yeah.
It's just something was off with this guy. He pitched this crazy fit, went nuts in here, threatening people. I'm talking about like went nuts at the bar.
I feel so good.
Walking away from a tab is
No, he kicked me out.
Yeah, I know, but because...
No.
All right. Hold on, Victor. No, you can't, Victor. You can't, because then you're gonna go to jail.
No, I know. But
Relax. Put your hand over here. Put your stuff over here. Put your stuff over here.
Don't come with that, sir.
Hold on. Put your stuff over here. Put your stuff over here.
Don't come with that, sir.
Put your stuff over here.
All right. Don't come with that, sir. We all respect. I'm sorry. I know you're officer, but we're human beings. I'm not looking at uniform. I got the money to pay, and I was trying to pay.
All right, can you pay now?
No, I'm not. I'm trying to pay, so I want to sit down, have a water while I get my payment. Can I do that?
All right, signal 20. I need to know if they want to press charges.
Yeah, because, No, I want to press charges, not them, me. Officer.
Andrade, can you answer me that question?
Press charges, not them. I want to press charges to the restaurant, not to me.
I'm sorry?
We good.
He said most of his capital is tied up in investments. Come on, we're talking about $70 for a meal, not a down payment on a house.
Put the phone down.
Dame llamar al amigo para
Sí. No, pon el celular ahí abajo. Pon el celular en el piso, por favor. Te voy a ordenar una vez más. Pon el celular en el piso. Pon el celular en el piso. Siéntate. Sit.
Dando.
71 taser pointed.
I'm sitting down, guys. Look at this.
All right, put your hands behind your back.
Okay.
Pete, put your hands behind your back.
I don't know why you arrested me, officer.
Do yourself a favor, relax.
Oh, okay.
Or you're gonna get tased.
No.
Put your hands behind your back.
Okay. I relaxed. I don't know what's happening. So I called
71, 1015.
Like telling them I'm trying to pay my costs, and now he's arresting me.
Get up.
Are you listening? No.
Get up, or you're gonna be charged with resisting.
Oh, resisting? No,
Get
no,
up.
I don't want to get
All right.
But that's messed up, mommy.
All right.
That's messed up.
All right. Put your chest here. Put your chest here. All right.
It doesn't work. I'm Republican too, and he's Spanish. It's a system. It sucks, mama. Why are you searching me?
Stop. You're under arrest.
Why?
You're under arrest. Stop moving.
Why am I under arrest?
71 copy.
Officer? He's telling me I'm under arrest, but he's not telling me why. Officer.
You're under arrest for theft.
For theft. Mira, theft. I was stealing.
71. He's resisting. He's getting physical.
That's crazy.
Stop moving.
What are you gonna charge me?
Stop moving. You're gonna be charged with resisting.
What?
Stop moving. I told you. All right. Stop moving.
I'm not moving.
Stop moving.
I'm not moving.
Stop moving.
I'm not moving.
Stop
sir.
moving. Turn around.
I'm not moving.
Turn around. Stop resisting.
Stop resisting. I'm not moving.
Relax.
Please don't me.
Relax.
Please don't me. Please stop there.
71, 43.
Don't me. Please don't me. Please don't me.
Relax.
Please, I'm not moving. Don't me, please.
Relax. Relax.
Me, please, officer. Don't me, please.
Relax.
Please don't me.
I keep telling you to stop moving. You're resisting.
No, I'm not moving. Don't
Stop.
Me.
Stop.
I'm not moving. I'm not.
All right. Stop moving.
Don't me.
You just made this worse.
What? How? I was asking for help. How about make it work? Worse, officer.
The man was eventually placed in the police car.
All right. You've been arrested for resisting.
No, I didn't resist.
Stop moving.
He's not getting arrested for resisting.
All right, Victor. Victor.
You gotta get me fired for car forward.
Victor.
Make me fired. No.
Relax.
No. I can't breathe. Don't breathe. Don't kill me. No.
Stop.
My
Relax.
job. My job.
Relax. We're gonna get you in the car, okay?
Hurts,
We're gonna get you in the car. Get your hand over his head. All right, pick him up. Pick him up. All right, Victor, te voy a poner en el carro, okay?
Yes, don't delete the video, please. Thank you, Officer Hernandez. Thank you, man. I appreciate your service. Just don't delete the video. I can pay the tab right now if you want. Like, it's no problem. And I can tip them the $100. No? And I know it was a miscommunication, and I know you're gonna have to apologize to me. You know? And the owner is gonna have to apologize to me too. I do have my best friend, he's a cop. I'm not throwing names. I don't want his help. No.
The man was charged with resisting arrest with violence, defrauding an innkeeper, and disorderly conduct. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can stay updated with our latest videos.